Hello children, welcome you in my class. Today we will discuss the second chapter. Our second chapter is about land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife. In the first chapter, we discussed about resources. So, to move forward, and the most important resources are these: land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife. How can they help us in forms of form of life on the earth? So we need to understand the use of all these resources and the limitations of using it and the various methods to conserve it for the future. So in this chapter we will discuss on that. So let's start. Our first resource name is land, where it is found. It is found on the earth's surface that we can see with open eyes. So the most important resource on the earth is land. It is the most important resource. Second thing, it covers 30% of the earth surface. As we discussed it before, that the earth surface area 70% covered by water, then the 30% is left for the land. So 30% of the earth covered by land. In that 30%, the earth surface, only a small area is inhabitable. In the 30%, only small area is inhabitable, means that is habitable for the or suitable for the human beings or otherwise. As we can see that next point, only 1/3 area is habitable and the rest of the region is not habitable. Only 1/3 means 1/3 part from the 30% is habitable or suitable for the human beings or for us, and the rest, the 2 part or 20% is not habitable. And there is uneven distribution. Next, there is uneven distribution of population on habitable land area. Now, in that part, that 1/3 area is habitable for the human being and the population. In that we can see that there is uneven distribution of population on that land area. Uneven means not same. Somewhere too much population then on the other hand, somewhere shortage of the population. We can take an example. As you can see, in the city, the population is too much, the density is too much on also, but in the village the population is not too much. So that is the example that there is uneven distribution of population. Now, what are the reasons for that? Behind uneven distribution, what are the reasons, main reasons? First, variations in characteristics of land and climate. Land and climate की जो speciality है, that is the also reason behind uneven distributions. उसमें बहुत सारी variations है. As you can see, कहीं पर क्लाइमेट अलग से, हर जगह क्लाइमेट है वो सेम नहीं है, डिफरेंट. इन आवर कंट्री ऑल्सो, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, हिमाचल, द नॉर्थ पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री, जहाँ पर हिमालय है माउंटेन के रूप में, वहाँ पर उसका क्लाइमेट अलग है. राजस्थान, जहाँ पर डेजर्ट एरिया है, वहाँ का क्लाइमेट अलग है. एंड द साउथ पार्ट, द प्लेट्यू, वहाँ का क्लाइमेट अलग है. सो देर आर so much variations in characteristics of land and climate. जो लैंड है वो भी अलग अलग है. सेकेंड वन, अनइवन टोपोग्राफी. टोपोग्राफी मीन्स द शेप ऑफ द लैंड. लैंड की शेप कैसी है, उसमें सब कुछ इंक्लूड होता है. दैट इज ऑल्सो अनइवन. Next, steep slopes of mountains. Steep slopes of low-lying areas which are flooded. Low-lying areas are flooded with water. Now we see that in the uneven topography है वो uneven है. means topography means पार्ट ऑफ लैंड, ऑल पार्ट ऑफ लैंड, जो लैंड के पार्ट्स है सारे, वो सारे मिलके टोपोग्राफी, जिसमें इंक्लूड हो जाता है माउंटेन्स, वैली, प्लेन्स, लो लाइंग एरियाज, प्लेट्यूज, दैट ऑल टाइप ऑफ शेप ऑफ द लैंड, दैट इज द टोपोग्राफी. इन दैट लो लाइंग एरियाज आर फ्लडेड विथ वाटर. लो लाइंग एरियाज आर फ्लडेड विथ द वाटर. For example, in Bihar, Odisha, these are the states, they face the flood every year. So these are the areas flooded with water. That is also the reason of uneven distribution of population. Next, sandy and desert areas. Now this example suitable for us. Here our areas is a desert area, so sandy and desert area also affect the uneven distribution of the population. Next, fertile and thickly forested areas. Now fertile land and thickly forested areas. Fertile means होता है where we can grow crops, या उसको कह सकते हैं कि उपजाऊ. and thickly forested area also affect the distribution of population. Steep slopes of the mountains. माउंटेन्स की जो स्लोप होती है, स्टीप कहीं कहीं पर माउंटेन्स की स्लोप है वो बहुत स्टीप है, मीन्स बहुत ऐसे कह सकते हैं कि तिरछी होती है, जो जिसपे हम क्लाइंब भी नहीं कर सकते, चढ़ भी नहीं सकते, वैसी स्लीप, तो उसको कहते हैं स्टीप स्लोप्स, स्टीप स्लोप्स. So these are the areas or these are the regions that affect the distribution of populations. Now, which area is mostly populated and which is not? The plains is the part where जैसे एग्जांपल ले लो, नॉर्थ का प्लेन्स है, नॉर्थ में जहाँ पर यूपी से लेके बिहार और ये जहाँ पर रिवर्स का जो भाग है जिसको कहते हैं हम मैदानी भाग, दैट इज द प्लेन्स एंड द रिवर वैलीज आर मोस्ट डेंसली पॉपुलेटेड एरिया ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. द प्लेन्स एंड रिवर वैलीज आर द मोस्ट डेंसली हियर द मोस्ट पॉपुलेटेड एरिया. these are the areas which are most populated in the world, not in India only, in the world, because they are suitable for cultivation of crops. From the beginning, mostly जो civilizations का beginning हुई है वो भी every civilizations began from the river shore. हर कोई जो सिविलाइजेशन या फिर बिगिनिंग हुआ है वो रिवर के पास में ही हुआ है, बिकॉज दैट लैंड इज सुटेबल फॉर कल्टीवेशन ऑफ क्रॉप्स. दैट्स व्हाई these are the most densely populated area of the world. Next, which are not? The thick forest, desert area, mountains and place having unfavorable climate conditions. These are the sparsely, means not densely or shortage of the anything, that is sparsely populated. So this is the land. We will discuss more in the next class. You have to note it down all the points in your notebook. That's your classwork.